What's up guys, I'm back for another video and today I'm going to be giving you my NRL fantasy breakdown for round 4. So last week I was able to get a score of 813, pretty happy with that, especially not choosing captaincy right, but still good score. And here are the last week's standouts from round 3. Kaloamatangi, the highest score of the round. Kaloamatangi was the best player of the round, 75 points. Solid guy to get, and I think he's definitely an option if you need someone in the edge. Reece Robson, he's one of the keepers. 74 points. He done really well last week, and I think he's up for a good round in the future weeks. And the next player I have is Harry Grant. I think he's pretty much a must-have, 70 points. Even in a losing side, he's getting a good score. Bojovic, he could make some potential cash, 70 points. Starling, underrated. No one's really talked about him, but I think he's definitely an option, 70 points there. And Britton Nikora, he's on this again, so I think maybe he's a solid choice, maybe someone to have. 67 points. Done really well last week. So here I have my holds and my sells. Here, start off with the holds. Mark Nichols, one-off bad game, 20 points. I'm glad I didn't get him. I was thinking of getting him. If you do have him though, definitely a guy to hold. He should have some high scores in the future weeks. Hopgood, don't captain him this round, but definitely hold him. There's no point in getting rid of him just because of his 35. Preston, one more week. Gotta hold him one more week. And even if you want to save trades, you can keep him even longer. He may keep his spot even with Tavita Pangai Jr. coming in, but if you don't want to lose cash, one more week, you should have the spot again this week, and then following week Tavita Pangai Jr. is coming back, so maybe you might think of selling him then. Law, he could make some more cash even though Bateman's in the side, but I just don't think it's worth selling him. I think you just hold him on the bench. He still gets a point per minute, so I'd keep him. Cartwright, maybe some more cash. Madison's back. You just got to see the minutes. I think he's a hold this week, but we'll be able to see whether or not he can get more points with another edge player in the team. And Isaiah Katoa, he's just a good backup, honestly, to have. 25 points is not really that good, but I think he's just a good backup in the halves, especially if you've got some halves out. And I don't think it's worth selling him, especially because everyone has him. If he has a good score, and if he starts getting good points, good scores, you wouldn't want to be the one miss out. Then I have my sells. Ray Stone, he's just getting less minutes and he only got 8 points. Kafusi, suspension, I'm not sure. He's definitely a sell if he gets suspension, but I don't know who has him, but he got 12 points last week because of the sin bin. Who knows what's going to happen, but I think you should look to sell him. And Cherry Evans, he's too expensive to be getting 34s, and is he going to be consistent? I don't think so. I think can get other players that are much more solid options. And Will Warbrick, we've given him a lot of weeks, but he just hasn't been able to get good scores. I think he's a guy to sell if you think you've got another better option to get in that price range. Justin Nolan, first week low score. Maybe some people had him at the start. I think he's just good to just get rid of. And Trent Liera, less minutes with some of the Storm forwards coming back. I think he'll get less points in the future weeks. Then I have my must-haves. So Hopgood, still solid, still a must-have. Just don't captain him this week, I don't think. Pat Carrigan, he's such a solid option, 51 points this week. I think you should have him. Harry Grant, again, these are all pretty similar plays for must-have, 70 points. Katoa, he's definitely a must-have with that fairly low price for the scores he's getting. And Toru Harris is very consistent, 51 points. And Payne Haas, 65 points. He's looking to have some high scores even if he's not playing 80 minutes. So, my trade options. Price range 0 to 300k. We've got Tuapiki and Chester. I think Chester's a good option. He should be starting in the fullback option. He should be starting in fullback for a while till Scott Drinkwater comes back, and Tuapiki fullback for the Warriors might be an option, might get some better scores, but again, not many options in that price range for this week. 3 to 400k. Cheekham's still a good option to get, and Sloan, I think you should have him. And Naden, you know, if you need to bring him in, you know, centers, fullbacks, obviously not consistent, but he's getting some big scores, so he's definitely an interesting one. 4 to 600k. Katoa's really one of the guys you need to have, so if you don't have him, you need to get him. Walsh could have another big score. I mean, he's in a side that's doing well, and yes, he needs attacking points to get high fantasy scores, but he's getting it. And Miller, same with him. He had a big week last week, and I think he can back it up again. Then we have the 6 to 800k. Hopgood, you need to have him. Harris, a really solid option, and Reynolds, a bit underrated. Definitely a guy to get, getting a lot of good fantasy scores in a winning Broncos side. An 800k plus, Grant, Haas and Robson, all very solid options that I think you should look to get. And that's my round 4 fantasy breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And tell me guys down below who you guys are picking up for this week.